ladies and gentlemen, to more Darts Night on Twitch, here with the FODL, the first online darts league. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Thomas, aka The Criminal, coming at you to kick off our fall 2020 season. Doesn't seem like we were off for long, if I'm being honest. Really doesn't. But hey, we're back already, and that's good for you, because that means there's darts on 4 nights a week for your viewing pleasure. As I mentioned, this is Thomas, aka The Criminal. Gonna have a nice full plate for you to get back into the swing of things here. A FODL A contest followed by 2 FODL B contests, including a couple debuts there of players for the first time in their new divisions now that we are here in our fall season. Already 16 of you in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, we got Mandalay 86, Yota JMU, DJ Mike Hughes, Train, Yo-Yo Dad, Adan Mojica, Deadhead, Ario 27, Scooter Magooch, Fireman. Thank you very much again for joining us. We're looking at FODL A standings right now. As again, now in the fall 2020 season, for those of you not aware of how the FODL works, we've done our promotion and relegation during the last season. We now have 4 complete divisions of 12, so that's nice. Nice, even 12 persons per divisions, and this is your new FODL A. King Raj, Newt, Surgeon, Train, Slinger, DeGrubs, Dilly, Author, Lazer Cat, and then 3 new players joining in. Left-Hand Hooligan, who of course finished first in the B division last season. Red Rascal, who finished second in the B division, and then the Jig, who finished third in the B division, but won his way into FODL A by winning the promotion championship. But let's meet our players here for this first FODL A contest of the fall 2020 season. You see them both right there. Lazer Cat from Austin, Texas, last season 9th in the FODL A. Hashtag Zap Zap Meow. He'll be throwing the 24-gram Harrow's Chizzy darts again this season. And you see a star there, former champion Lazer Cat, still in FODL A. Hung on last season by perhaps the skin of his feline teeth or the bits of his little feline toesies. I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyway, he's still in the A division. The Jig, we just talked about him. He's throwing the 23-gram Harrow's Dave Chisnall darts. So both players throwing Chizzies, 23-gram versus 24-gram. Jig from Richmond, Virginia. Last season, as I mentioned, 3rd in FODL B. Hashtag getting jiggy with it. So Jig has been in the FODL A season division before. It's been a couple seasons, but he's back up there. Lazer Cat, of course, been a mainstay, former champion since he's been there. We'll have to see how they fare tonight. Obviously, this is the first match of our fall 2020 season, so nothing has been played so far. As usual, we have our bonus points for the A division. Nothing changed there as well. High cricket throw required is a 7 mark. The highest MPR requires a 2.6. Fewest darts in a leg, got to beat 21 or better. Highest 501 throw, a minimum of 141, and the highest checkout's got to be at least 70. I'm just going to throw it out on a limb. With some of the players we have in this A division, we don't really need to worry about minimums, because I'm pretty sure those will be safely met every week. Well, we don't have any statistics or anything like that since it is the first week of the season, so we're going to throw it up right into our split view. I'll bring our player audio back into the fold. Players have already corked. It was a long cork, but Lazer Cat took it down, and if my players are ready to go, we can get the fall 2020 season underway. Players, are you ready to play some darts?
Yep.
All right, both of our players are ready. You at home, I'm sure, are ready for more darts. It's the fall 2020 season here with the first online dart league. That's the FODL. Lazer Cat is going to be on the left. Jig is on the right. It's an A division matchup. 9 legs of darts, 2 of cricket, 7, 501, and Lazer Cat has the darts first. Game on.
By a whisker, you're going for it. I'm going to my spot in A.
That's, yeah, see, thank you. See, I got to get back into the swing of things with the flow. Lazer Cat trying to help me out, doing my job for me, which I appreciate.
2.
And he's going to kick it off with 220s. The first darts of fall 2020's season underway. Not technically, though, because Outlander played 2 matches yesterday. There's a single 19 there from the Jig. Barboy 1987 there says, welcome back. Lucier C says the FODL is back with a happy face.
220s.
Another 2 there from Lazer to get on the board first. Ario 27 says he's a big Jig fan. And Jig going to secure a close of that 19 wedge. Yeah, everyone commenting on how crisp the Blade 5 is on the right. Yeah, it's a new board, and it is just very punchy. I mean, it looks fantastic. 3 more there from Lazer Cat. He's happy to put some more points, more space between him and the Jig. Jig's going to come right back and answer with 419's first treble there found from the Jig, so he cuts down that lead to just 4 points. DJ Mike Hughes says he's a big Lazer fan here. He's not into rooting for the person who relegated him. It's fair. Oh, and speaking of relegation, Lazer Cat trying to make it hard for Jig early on. Big darts. 7-mark round. 420s blaze it, and 319s from Lazer Cat. And a Jig with the FODL A rookie mistake, perhaps. He goes for 19s and comes up with 2 of them that don't count. And Lazer just moves right on to steadily close 18. So maybe we're seeing Lazer Cat return to form. He had a bit of an off season last year by his typical standards. There's 2 17s from Jig. Definitely was not really putting up any of the big scores we had, and had a lot of weeks just kind of mediocre. Single 17 from Lazer. So we'll have to see if he can bounce back this season as the competition in FODL A only gets tougher. 2 more 17s from Jig, so we'll put some points on the board, but not enough. Jig had a pretty good season last year by his standards. One of his better seasons, if I may say so. He was especially good at cricket. 2 17s and a 16 from Lazer Cat. But not off to as great of a start here. Of course, aiming at the wrong wedge for a visit doesn't help, and then missing won't help either. So Lazer Cat cooking on a 3.0 MPR right now. Looking to close up 16s. He's going to do that in 1 dart. 3 6s and a 15, so already starting to run out of wedges is the Jig. REO27 correcting me that Jig's not technically a rookie. He's been an A before. That's true. I guess he's not a rookie. I don't know what you call him, though. He's not a veteran either, I would say, of the A division. There's a 3 mark in the 15 for Jig.
He's just here.
He's just there again. Lazer needs 1 more 15 to close it, but he cannot find it. So if Jig is going to make a move, this is the opportunity. Can he find a big treble? The answer is no. Just a single 15 from Jig, so not much damage done. Lazer looking for 1. Or maybe not.
25.
Well, he went to the Bulls first, so he did find one of those. Then he did ultimately close off the 15. Not only are both players throwing with chizzy darts, there's a bullseye from Jig. They're both throwing with the similar color combination with yellow and black. 1 more for Lazer.
Oh.
He's not going to find it. Might have found a stray. I don't know, the 19s and 17s are closed, so no. It's just a single bull, but he'll be 1 mark away. Jig looking to maybe build some momentum before the next round, finds a 20 and a bull to at least close it off, but Lazer just needs 1. And he'll find it there. Game shot and the leg to Lazer Cat. Zap, zap, meow. To start it off, nice little steady 2.6 MPR there ultimately. And was pretty much in control of that leg throughout after the big 7 mark early on. Jig going to try to bounce back, get on the board in this FODL fall 2020 season. Jig has the darts game on. A bunch of subscriptions just came in there. Train, 12-month streak. Thank you very much, Train. Pits 2, 25-month streak. There's a single 20 from Jig. Ada and Mojica gifted a tier sub to the community and is sharing 5 emotes. Thank you, Adon Mojica.
320s.
There's 320s from Lazer. And the gifted tier 1 sub goes to Deadhead. There you go. That's cool. Thank you very much, Adon, for the support. As there's just another single 20 from Jig. DJ McHughes thinking this is Jig's 3rd stint in A. I think it's his 2nd time up there. There is 2 19s. Almost had a 5 mark there, but was just next door. Jig going to find 101s, so he'll close up 20s and move down to 19s just for a single. Pits 2 saying that was a tidy leg. It was a good start. And he's going to keep it going. 4 19s there. That's going to put some points on the board for the Cat. Jig, though, with a decent turn here, going to find 218s. Still trying to get that MPR up. I want to say last season he threw roughly around a 2.4-ish, 2.3, which was a similar range to Lazer Cat. Oh, that's punishing darts from Lazer. 219s to extend the lead, and then a treble 18 with the third. 5-mark round. And once again, just chasing Jig around the board.
4 sevens, 1 9.
Well, Jig going to stand up a little bit there with the 5-mark round of his own to respond. Lazer just going to tack on an extra 19 for points after missing the first couple into the 17. There's a big treble for Jig. It's only going to be that treble. He'll settle for that. Pitts 2 got some bits in there trying to get the hype train going. Deadhead, you can use the emojis. That's all that matters. Just get ready to do crim eye rolls after you see me put some in there.
2 9s.
2 more 19s from Lazer. So, again, it seems like he's content to score the points. And he's going to force Jig to have a big round to catch up.
3.
There's a 3 mark into the 17 for Jig, so he's pushed up his MPR into the mid-2s at least. It's actually a close leg here.
2 9s.
And again, just the 2 19s from Lazer, so not finding that big multiple. Let's see if Jig can find a big shot.
6.
That is a big shot. 6 17s from the Jig, and that vaults him into the lead. That's what he's been waiting for. Lazer's still just picking at singles on that 19 wedge. He's going to be content with 3 of them this time. That's enough to put him back in the lead, so we got a nice point battle brewing now. Jig is starting to get locked in on the 17 wedge. He's going to find 2 of them, take the lead, and close off the 19. Yeah, he did. Snuck it in there. So now Lazer forced to the 18 wedge, which he still has.
God, 2 8s. Come on.
Oh, it's just the 2 8s. He went for the big hero dart, didn't find it down south. Next door into that treble 3.
2.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 for the Jig, so barely enough. Puts him in the lead. This time, Lazer stays up top, but only able to find a single 18. Big darts there for the Jig. 17 and 18 for him to take the lead and close off Lazer Cat. So for the first time in the cricket portion, Lazer trailing. Gonna try to get it going immediately, though.
6s.
Just the treble, though, on that first dart. Could not follow it up with the other 2. But he does at least open this wedge. It's a small lead for Jig. Oh, that's going to hurt. Big darts from the Jig. Single and double 16 in there to close that off. And once again, Lazer cannot score points. Needs a new wedge. SF Pew getting a gifted sub from Pitts 2. Fireman throwing out some bits as well. Thank you, Fireman. I like the little dog face. Going to be a 25 or a single bull there from Lazer Cat. So missed the 15, went right to bull. Jig does not miss the 15. He could finish it with a bullseye here. Almost does! It's a 5-mark round for Jig. 3 in the 15. 2 bulls as well. He'll be 1 mark away from leveling this match. Lazer Cat only able to find a single bull again. And Jig now just needs 1. But not yet. So Lazer's still very much alive in this. A big turn on the bulls. What he's looking for. Oh, I think that's a bullseye.
And a 7.
Stray 17, that could be useful as well, but the bullseye is nice. Gets him some points. Oh, no. And Jig went to try to close bulls. Could not find it. Lazer now in the lead. Bulls closed. What's he want to do? Oh, wow. Oh, he went on to the bull first. Got more points. Looks like a bullseye. Went for the double 17 just inside of that. But now a 70-point lead.
4.
Oh, Jig comes right back with 4 17s, but it's not enough to put him in the lead. Still a 2-point advantage to Lazer. Needs a treble 15. Oh, he can't find it. Just the close of 17s for him. So Jig with 15s open. He's going to stay there and score 2 of them. So Lazer still with the Bulls. He was hitting them well earlier. He's in there again. Looks like just a single bowl this time, just below that treble. Very close. Not enough to give him the lead.
Jesus. Right. 2 5s.
And Jig goes back to 15s. And just again another single from Lazer.
Oh. 1 5.
Another 15 from Jig. Lazer's had a couple hero darts here. Has not really gotten close to that treble 15, but he's hitting that bowl. He's back in the lead now. Jig's just going to put the 15 points on the board at a time there, so 3 more of them, 45 points up for Jig. Now he has a 43-point advantage. Looks like we got a hype train running. Oh, that's a cool emoji.
Miss.
There's a miss from Lazer. Now Jig needs 1 bowl. And he'll find it there with the 3rd. Game shot in the leg to the Jig. Interesting choices, I gotta say, by both players in the end of that cricket leg. Multiple times each one could have had darts to win and elected not to take them. But it's a split of cricket. Nonetheless, 1-1. Lazer Cat gonna have the darts for 501. Game on. Thank you for the hype train. Because I am not officially streaming from the FODL channel, and instead doing it via my own,
41.
because of how Twitch works, there's a 220s, a 41 from Lazer Cat. I can't see that there's a hype train going on because it doesn't show on mobile for some reason, which is odd because you would think most people are watching Twitch on mobile. There's a 60 from Jig. But thank you for those of you who participated and got the very cool emoji. I still like the little skeleton guy, though. He's not too bad. 25 there from Lazer. And another 60 put in here from the Jig. So off and running here in 501. Actually, I'm sorry, that's a 45 there from Jig.
45.
And 45 from Lazer. So bit of a sluggish start here for the two of them. 55 this time from the Jig. So he finds a treble, albeit one next door. But both players there splitting cricket. It was a nice comeback in that second leg by Jig. Was off to what looked like a rough start again. Lazer was content to just keep scoring the points and was not doing a good enough job of it. There's a nice ton, though, from Lazer. And allowed Jig to creep back in, take the lead. And then towards the end, it got a little hairy as well with Jig just trying to hit 15s and Lazer hitting the bull. But at the end of the day, 1-1. There's another ton. Back-to-back tons now from Lazer. Puts him sub 200 first.
60.
And another 60 there from the Jig. And it looks like a 41 from Lazer, so he'll be the first one to a finish.
Oh, 32.
Okay. Discord's audio is being weird today. Sorry about that, guys. 149 for Lazer, and it's off.
85.
He'll find a nice 85, though. Put him on a very doable 64. That might be a ton from Jig. It is, so pressure applied. Lazer requires 64. Oh, well inside on that attempt at double 16. Jig 106. He must have slipped into the 5 on that first start. So it looks like 42 scored for him. Lazer double 8. And getting further away from the target is Lazer. And now Jig gets a crack to steal with the same 64. One dart at tops. And he'll go high, so not able to pin it yet. Lazer still alive, double 8. Double 4. Oh, it's a bust into the double 13 next door for Lazer. And Jig, 3 darts to break the throw. He'll find it on the third. Game shot and the leg to the Jig. Finding tops there with that third dart. A break of throw for the Jig. And not the start that Lazer Cat wanted, with some double trouble in his first 501 leg of the fall season. Jig is going to have the darts to try to hold his throw now. Game on. Dukes01 coming in the chat, subscribing for 28 months. Thank you. Apologize if the audio got real loud there. I don't know if that happened to everyone else in the audience or just me. But all of a sudden in my head, it was like super quiet. And then I turned up the volume. And then it was still super quiet, but slightly louder. And then all of a sudden it came back full force and was just blasting Jig's voice in my ears. So sorry if that happened to you at home. There's a 45 to start from Lazer. And a 45 to match there from Jig. Lazer got off to a slow start last leg, but was able to find a couple tons in there. And got himself down to double first, but unfortunately missed at least a half a dozen shots at double. Jig was able to take that first leg if you're just joining us. Brand new board for the Jig, but dart on the floor was trending at least towards the 20, maybe towards the 60. And a 99 there for Lazer. He elects to switch it away. Oh, actually 42. Wow, that was a treble 1. It's like 59 from Jig. Shadow 9 is in there. Alki Darts as well. Thanks for joining. There's another ton for Lazer Cat right on cue on that 4th visit again. Finding a ton. And right on cue again, the Jig matches with a ton of his own. So he's sitting sub 200 and see if Lazer can actually get to a finish. Oh, right next door, 55 for Lazer Cat. Jig at 176. How well will his setup game be?
Break, Bob, 40.
Well, good enough to get him on an attempt at double. Lazer 199. That's a great first start.
44.
Looks like an 85 there from Lazer, so very doable mid-range checkout there. Jig 136.
I scored a 44.
Okay, scored a 44, 132. He's going to put in a 60. I'm going to put in some crim eye rolls. Lazer Cat 114. Oh, might have been a great last start there. 86 score leaves in the Menser. Jig 72. Once tops again.
Nope.
Just outside tops for the Jig, so Lazer Cat requires the gentle, the Menser. He's going to find it first start. Game shot and the leg to Lazer Cat. A nice break back there. And again, got hot in the second half of the leg. Pretty tidy finish with 3 out of 4 visits with a treble and then a 1 dart checkout. We're all level at 2 now. In this one, Lazer Cat has the darts. Game on.
Nice.
And he's super pleased with the first dart of the leg following a perfect dart at a double 41 to start for him.
Ton.
And there's a ton from the jig. Jig, if you could maybe just give your camera a little quick refresh for me. We lost the clarity there for a minute. Yeah, it's like all pixelated. There's a little 15 ball from Lazer. There we go. And perfectly 4K vision again. Just like that.
Fun.
And it is more good darts from the jig. Back-to-back tons to kick off this leg. Very nice for him.
85.
Looks like an 85 there for Lazer, so he'll find a treble in the first 9 this time. And looks like a 55 or 95, 55, something like that. 55 it is. So jig with a 85 first 9 in this leg now.
24.
That looks like, oh, wow. That's just a 24. I thought it was a 1-2-1. Very close darts from Lazer Cat with no reward. Meanwhile, jig with a 45 sits just above 200. Oh, was that the first sweat of the season? Looks like a ton 40 from Lazer Cat. Third dart comes in well high, but gets him back in the leg. Looks like a 41 there from Jig, so he'll be on a finish first, but it's a big one. Lazer can put pressure on, set himself up nicely. You'd love another ton 40 or maximum here. But he'll settle with the solid 60. Jig 160. And he'll cut that down to a nice even ton. Lazer 136. Well, another 60 players trading 60s back and forth now. Jig looking for 60 to set up tops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Should be 60 scores.
So he did find tops with that first dart. I couldn't tell if it was above or not. Sets himself up. Lazer wants double 12. He goes outside. Found double 16 by mistake. Nearly had a lushy finish there. And Jig tops now the Rascal. Rascal saying no early in the season. Lazer 24. Oh, just inside that double 6. You can hear the dart hit the wire. So he'll be left on the basement. Jig looks to clean up from 10.
Oh. Third dart.
But he finds it with the third game shot and the leg to the jig. Did not have much of a marker there. Was pretty wild with the first one, even more wild with the second, but corrects on the third to again break the throw. 3-2 now in favor of the jig, returning to FODL A, looking to try to get his first win. See if he can hold his throw. He'll have the darts. Game on. RU27 says, actually, those were great markers. Dave Little Toaster subscribing with Prime. Thank you very much, Dave Little Toaster. There's a 62 to kick it off for Jig.
That would not be my first win, by the way.
Well, first win back.
Okay, yes.
I'm sure you probably beat me when you were in A. There's a
I
41.
did.
It hurts so much. It hurts so much.
Like, you don't want to go down this road. Oh.
Karma.
Yeah.
There's a 25. As
I'm gonna stop talking now.
Jig starts to mock his commentator, and the dart says nay. Lazer Cat avoids a 3 with a 22, so not able to punish that bounce out from the Jig.
Oh, 41.
And a 41 there from Jig. Both players throwing pretty steady. It doesn't feel like their averages are mid-50s right now, but yet that's what they are. There's a 41-5, 45 from Lazer.
Jesus Christ, 61.
61, another double 20 coming into play for the Jig. But yeah, 56 for Lazer right now, 54 for Jig. Pretty solid standard.
Come on. It's treble 12.
There's a sideways treble 12 in there for 57. Jules Echo subscribing at tier 3. His message, I love the Jig so much. 25 months. Thank you very much, Jules Echo. As there's a 60 put in from the Jig. The first leg was rough with the doubling, but since then, players been relatively tidy with it, gotta say.
37.
That was another pretty loose start there out of nowhere from Lazer into the 16. And there's a better grouping from Jig this time. He'll find a ton to put himself in checkout position. Lazer on the tricky 299. He's going the correct way, though, as I would expect. And there's a nice 99 rewarded for it, so he'll be on a nice even 200, but Jig first, 152. He's going to hang a 60 in there by the thread of that new board. Put some sub 100. Lazer for at least a treble to put some pressure. Oh, 41 is not what you want to see there. That's unfortunate. That's a bogey, and Jig now has 6 starts from 92.
Oh, wow, that's not good.
Well, he's missed the big number, but he will be back. Lazer at 159. How much pressure will be applied? Nice 97. Great cover shot there. He'll be left with 62. Jig 59. Oh, no.
God damn.
Jig missing big numbers. Then, actually missing entirely low. I thought it was in the double.
Outside.
Completely missed. Lazer now trying to clean up. One dart. Oh, pulls it low. Not yet for Lazer Cat at all. Jig gets another chance. Missing the big number again. Now he gets finally a chance at double. He goes well high. 5 missed big numbers for Jig in this leg. Opens the door for Lazer. If he can clean up 39. Oh, boy. Oh, he can't find double 12. He had his own missed big number there. Jig is now finally sitting on a double. He wants tops. Good marker.
Got it.
No, he doesn't use it, but he'll take it anyway. Game shot and the leg to the Jig. Got hairy there for both players. Jig missing all the big numbers in the world. Lazer repaying him by missing a big number of his own. But Jig able to hold the throw. For the first time in the 501 portion, he completes the break, and now it's Lazer Cat to throw first. Game on.
Shut up.
Congra says, oof. 1081 says, decent opening game there. Chatter09, Jiggy. I like how when every time Jig missed a big number, you could hear the cat in the background. And I don't mean Lazer. There's an 85. The poor cat in agony every time he missed a big number. Meow. Meow.
You know, feel like yeah, 40.
There's a 40 there from Jig to start.
She's just waiting for bounce outs. Really.
Well, good mop up there on that visit from Lazer Cat to find 70. So he's off to his first solid start of a leg. And he really needs it. Obviously, if Jig takes this one, he'll secure at least a victory in this one. There's a double deuce roadhouse there from the Jig. Beautiful dart there. It's begging.
85.
Oh, wow, that's an 85? goodness. I thought it was maybe a max. And speaking of maybe a max, there's a ton 38 from the jig. He yanked that third dart of his own.
You don't say.
Just a breakfast from Lazer Cat. Oh, God, I forgot we have to do breakfast again. Single 5, single 20, single 1. That's a breakfast.
Oh, yep, that's it.
That's it?
No, it's a 140.
Oh, it's not. It's a 140. It's a fake out from the jig. But he goes ton 38, ton 40, back to back. Right as Lazer had hit a breakfast in there, so I'll save the breakfast now for the next leg. Oh, we were all almost there, and then all taken away at the same time. There's a 41 from Lazer here, jig 161. Nope, there's a breakfast of his own. Again, we'll get to that breakfast question next leg. The chat going insane about the lack of a 180. It's like just a 24 from Lazer, so he wants to set up the fish. 135 for jig. Yeah, he'll leave himself on a nice 2-dart combo of 60. Lazer Cat, big fish. Yeah, it is a 45. I didn't want to say anything because both of those darts were very close. I was thinking they were out, but I wasn't sure. Jig 60. Got to work around it. Yeah, it was a tough leave there, so 40 scored. He'll be on the Rascal. Lazer looks for 125. Ah, good effort at it. He'll be left on 76. Jig looks for the Rascal. He's averaging 69. Nice. Double 5.
Nope.
Not able to find that double 5. Lazer looks to take out 76.
Let's just not mess up the math.
That's a treble, right?
6, 8.
Yep, double 4. Oh, outside on the double 4. The switch down to 16 caused him to change his target. Jig, double 5. He's going to go inside with that second dart. Just barely inside. He's going to set himself up for the Madhouse, actually. Lazer requires 8. Great marker. And he uses it perfectly. Game shot and the leg to Lazer Cat. Sets the marker. Uses the marker to absolute perfection to hold the throw there. Keep his chances of winning this leg alive. Beautiful finish there from Lazer Cat. Jig going to have a chance to throw for the match here. He'll have the darts. Game on. Everybody thought they were having the maxes in there. So many almost maxes. Jig lost that leg with a ton 40 and a ton 38. That's hard to do. Anyway, we did have a breakfast last leg. And there's a nice breakfast save there from Lazer Cat. Oh, never mind. It's 15. Oh, well, not a breakfast anyway. I'm going to do something different with breakfast this time because the trivia questions were very hard to find. Darts trivia questions. It's a new season. I can do whatever I want. So for the breakfast questions that you're going to hear from me this season,
58.
there's a 58 from Lazer Cat. I'm going to be asking your opinion. That's right. You can't be wrong. But your opinion on darts-related matters. Maybe I'll ask some breakfast-related matters as well. There's another bounce out from Jig. See if the cat grabs it. There's this 80 from him.
Ow.
And maybe getting bitten, getting it back. I'm going to ask if you could play darts in any of the major darts arenas, which one would you want to play in the most? Let me know in the chat. That's your official breakfast question. If you could play darts in any of the major darts arenas, where would you want to play? Let me know in the chat. There's a 60 from Jig. Good start for him. Lazer not so much on his end. As he puts in a 21. Have a drink of your adult beverage. There's a nice ton from Jig. He's got a real good leg brewing here. He'll be looking for a Shanghai finish. Coming back. A lot of answers flowing into the breakfast question. This is just a 81 from Lazer Cat there. Jig 120.
Oh.
Yeah, it's off now for him. He'll be sitting on 76. Lazer's on a nice even 300. Well, pretty good darts there from Lazer Cat. Going to try to put a little bit of pressure on late in this leg. Jig requires 76. Double 8. No, outside for the Jig. Could not take down the double 8. Lazer, though, not on a finish. But a beautiful 140 for Lazer to apply pressure. Jig looking for double 8. Oh, it's just outside on that third. And out of nowhere, Lazer could steal this leg. Requires 70. Oh, he found it? Oh, no.
No.
He didn't. Okay. 75 needs tops. Oh, pulls it low. He'll be looking at the rascal if he gets another crack. Jig 3 more at 16. Trying to walk it in. No, he goes inside. Not over the line yet. Will Rascal say yes to Lazer Cat? He will on the second dart. Game shot and the leg to Lazer Cat. Rascal says yes. Surprising yes, perhaps, from Rascal, but he said it nonetheless. And Lazer levels the match at 4. What a way to start the fall 2020 season. We're going to a last leg decider. Lazer Cat has the darts. Game on. Couple answers to that breakfast question. Ali Pally says Pitts. Ali Pally, Jules Echo. Ali Pally, Alki Darts. Barboy says the Yo House. Dukes09 says Surgeon's Basement for the short Aki. I like that answer a lot. 36 to start for Lazer. Deadhead says Dillian Crim's Place. Appreciate it. DJ Mike Q says the Winter Garden Train. Ali Pally. Congra Lakeside. The Fireman says the Beef Cannoli Mom Franzia Arena. Very nice. Hillary Clinton's Merkin says a floor tourney. A stage tournament would be too nervy. There's a 60 from Lazer. Ario27 is the Beef Dome at Slappy Stadium. Cali Kid says opinions can be wrong. It's not incorrect. There's a 22. The Barnsley Metrodome. Personally, I'd like to play at Blackpool.
85.
There is an 85 from Lazer. I kind of like the more intimate setting there. The crowd is really right on top of you. I like that one a lot. There's a nice 60 from Jig. Let's get back to the action here in this last leg decider. Another 85 there from Lazer. So it was a rough first visit for him. He's picking it up since then.
Not good.
Oh boy, there's just an unlucky 13 from the Jig, and Lazer out front could really put the screws down with a good visit here.
45.
Oh, it's just a 45 right below that treble, but he will be the first under 200. Jig with just 40, not threatening much in this leg. Let's see what Lazer can do from 190. We know we've made it because we got bots in the chat again. Nice 60 from Lazer. Deadhead 180 says his backup would be Congra's room at 3 a.m. There's a nice ton from the Jig, so he did find the corner of that treble. peeking through there. Laser, baby fish. And it's off. Oh, but almost a great setup there from Lazer Cat nonetheless. Be left on 54, Jig at 221. What can he do? Wow, just above that treble. Looks like a 45 only. Laser 6 starts from 54. Oh boy.
Sometimes it be like that.
It do be like that
22.
sometimes. There is a 22 scored from Laser to set up double 16. Missed a couple big numbers, but he has afforded himself that chance with the good scoring. And Jig with only a 28, I'm sorry, a 30 there. Not putting much pressure on, albeit he's on a finish. Laser 32. Now double 12. Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, I think Laser wanted to bust, and instead he found the 8. Yeah, he wanted to. I thought he might, and he did, but he missed. Now he's in a disaster zone. It's a 60 from Jig. Lazer Cat, you have 7 left. You scored 25.
Yeah.
Just wanted to catch that before you threw.
Yep.
So Laser's going to fix his score. He's got 7 remaining after trying to bust there. He's going to clean up 7.
What an asshole. God, seriously, what just... Yep.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There's a bust on the first dart. Jig can steal this now. Requires 86.
Oh my God.
He'll be left on 63, so both players having a a go of it here in this leg. That is another bust from Laser right into the 19. Oh my goodness. Jig, 61.
Right, it was
63, yeah, 63 left. Okay, double 18. Oh my goodness! He's in next door on that wire into that double 1. It couldn't be closer. Oh my goodness. There's the 3 from Laser. Can you find double 2? Great marker.
No.
Oh, it glides right over the top but stays outside. But at least he's on a double this time. Jig's on the awkward 34. Trying to walk it in. Oh, it's outside, I think. It is outside for Jig. Lazer Cat double 2. Wow.
Well, I just had to make sure I walked up to it to see.
Yep, no problem. Just outside. Can you find a way in?
Wow.
That is a little bit outside. Jig, 34. He's going to find it on the first start. Game shot, the leg, and the match to the Jig. Taking it down in a last-leg decider. Things got a bit hairy, maybe shaking off the off-season rust there, perhaps. But Jig returns to FODL A and finds a victory in his first match with that one. A tightly contested match here. 5-4. Really could have gone either way. Both players having their struggles and their big darts at time. And we're going to go to some post-game interview. I love the backdrop there of the FODL NFG from Lazer Cat. Let's start off there with Lazer. So, obviously, Lazer, let's just talk about generalizations first. You didn't have your best season last year in FODL A. consequently, you had a nice long off season, didn't have to participate in any playoffs. What were you working on, and what are you trying to accomplish this season here in FODL A?
Oh, my off season was largely dominated by trying to accomplish getting some points out of my Chizzy darts and not being able to do that for like 5 weeks. So that's kind of how that went. Finally got that done like last weekend. So haven't really thrown many darts. Maybe I've been playing for like, I don't know, 20 minutes a week, 30 minutes a week or something, ever since the last season. So I do have 3 matching points now in those, which is a big improvement for me, and like kind of have the will to throw again. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's like it is and it isn't NFG. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. I totally understand the vibe that you're coming with there. Let's talk about that second leg of cricket. You were kind of in the lead in the first half of the leg. You kept going back to points, You didn't try to close. And then in the end of the leg, you were able to kind of... There's one particular visit that stuck in my mind where you had a small lead and you decided to go for bulls first to try to extend points and then throw the hero dart at the treble 15 instead. Talk about what you were thinking there. What was going through your brain with the strategic decisions you made in cricket there?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was so far ahead in the points there. I was like, I could kind of give up some points on the 15s and kind of slop into them with that early bull shooting. And then I think Jig maybe turned around and threw like 6 or 7 15s or something in the next visit or the next 2 visits or something. And meanwhile, I just totally lost my range on those 15s at that same time. I feel like earlier, though, in the leg, I had a chance to rack up some more points early and decided to move around. And when I look back on that second leg, that's kind of what I regret a little bit more is like early on before, when we were like, maybe no points on the board or like definitely like sub 60 points. I had a chance and decided to move on, and I regret that. I usually don't do that, and I paid for it.
Yeah, in that situation, it certainly was not the best outcome for you. Let's talk about 501 next. A little bit inconsistent. Do you chalk that up just to getting back in the flow, not being able to throw as much, or is there something mechanical going on that's causing that?
Well, the whole thing with the off season was I was really supposed to like completely change my throw. Right, and that's why I was particular that like I had the right points and the right darts, because I was like changing just about every other variable, so I didn't want that to be kind of messing with me. So what I'm trying to do is like I think I said it last season in the playoffs, like Raj kind of called me out on my backswing, where I'm kind of coming up like above my head like a tennis player, because I was one, as opposed to like down, kind of like by my chin or nose or eyeball. Whenever the dart back and then release it. So that's what I've been working on, which is just like literally back at the drawing board, right, as you've been through with that stuff. So it's just like genuinely like relearning how to hold a dart, how to look at a dartboard, like literally how to use your left eye and right eye, like to to focus on your target, bringing it back, releasing it, like the trajectory, all that stuff. It's just it's like completely back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I can definitely relate with that one as well, Lazer. But next week now, you're going to be facing off against the Nooch, and as is pretty much going to be the case in FODL A, you have a 50-50% chance of playing someone who's very good at darts. What are you looking forward to in that match against the Nooch?
The end.
I agree with you on that. Lazer, you got 4 legs here on the board in the first match. Good luck throughout the entire season and here in the fall.
Thank you. Cheers. Good shooting, Jig, man. You earned it.
Good shoot, man. Thank you.
And let's go over again to Jig. So I'm going to start off with a similar question for you. You're returning here to FODL A. I know a lot of jokes made in the offseason about how you and Rascal will just kind of be coming up for a single season tour of duty and then going back down. What were your expectations? What are your actual expectations here coming into the return to the FODL A for you?
Much like the last time I was in A, just try to get 3 or 4 legs in a match and hope that's good enough to outlast everyone else by the end. I definitely did not expect to win. I don't think it was a great match. I don't think either of us threw nearly as well as we could. Doubles being the main culprit. I think we both doubled below 15%. Normally we're both above that. I think it was at 18% last year. So he gave me chances. I gave him chances. It was kind of a weird match, weird flow to it a little bit.
Definitely had a bit of a weird flow. Probably a product of coming back first match of the season, getting back into the swing of things. I want to ask you the same thing I asked about Lazer in that second leg of cricket. There was a couple chances there where you had a lead all you needed was one more bull, and you went back to 15s to try to extend out the points first, rather than taking 3 shots to win the leg. What was the thought process behind that decision?
Well, you can't lose if you have the most points. A wise man once said. No, I was just basing it on my first dart at 15 and seeing where that landed and then trying to adjust off that. There were a couple that were pretty close to the treble, trying to adjust off that and actually hit the treble. Didn't end up happening, and I just wasn't hitting bull after that first salvo. I had to hit 2, so I was just trying to elongate it a little bit, score where I could, and crawl back into it. I mean, it ended up working out in the end. Probably not the right strategy, but that's all I was trying to do. Just trying to hit a treble there eventually.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense when you set a pretty good guide just to try to follow it, I guess, at that point. Let's talk about 501. Some struggles there with the big numbers a bit, some struggles with the double, but also some patches of some really good from you there. What do you chalk that inconsistency up to?
Yeah, I don't know. I had that one leg where I hit the couple tons to start it off, and then the other one where I had the ton 38 and ton 40 back to back, and I ended up losing, which is pretty impressive. I don't know. I can get into a flow at some point where I'm hitting good darts, and I get another one where I have no idea where it's going to go. It's I don't know necessarily what I'm doing wrong in terms of throw, but yeah, missing that those 2 misses on the 19s, whenever that was to set up that just outside, that was just bad. I mean, he hit a big score to get down. Not gonna say that shook me, but I guess it did because both of them ended up outside. Yeah, I don't know. I don't practice. I think I mentioned that probably last season. Like, I don't practice at all anymore. I just kind of show up and throw. And it worked out for me last season. Yeah, I don't know, just bad. That's all I can really say. It was just bad.
Well, we'll have to see if that changes throughout this season. Next week, you get to go off against your old buddy, the Author. Another little, local rivalry match, I guess we could kind of call it there. What are you looking forward to in that one?
Yeah, just looking forward to playing him again. I mean, Author and I have been buds for well over a decade now. Lived together for a little while there. I look forward to playing him again. Hope I give him a better match than I gave Lazer tonight, because I know he's going to give me a better match. So yeah, I just want to be competitive. That's the main thing. Just stay competitive. Don't get blown out. See where it all shakes down at the end of the season.
Well, you accomplished that tonight. Congratulations, on the win, returning to FODL A, Jig. 5-4 over Lazer Cat. Good luck, both you guys, again the rest of the way.
Thanks, man. Good cast. Good shooting, Lazer.
Cool. Thank you, man. Cheers, Grim. Cheers, Jig.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The merch store is still there. It is still open. Not much new stuff yet, but we will be coming out with some more fall-type winter clothing soon. Make sure you check it out, www.fodartleague.com/store. Get your photo merch there. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 more matches to go. We'll be back. Do not go anywhere. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the FODL. It's Darts Night on Twitch here in our fall 2020 season. This is Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal. 1 match down. The Jig returns to FODL A, takes out Lazer Cat in the last leg decider. Very exciting. Want to remind you all about the FODL weekly podcast. They took off, of course, the last week, given that there was no matches played because we were in our 1 week off season that we have. But make sure you check it out. The FODL Weekly Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music, wherever you find your podcast, hosted by the Lush and Red Rascal. New episodes are dropping on Mondays, so not this Monday, but next Monday. I think around noon is the goal. FODL Weekly Podcast. Make sure you check it out. You can also be a part of the podcast. Please email in FODLweeklypodcast@gmail.com. FODLweeklypodcast@gmail.com. Shoot the gentleman an email. Have Red Rascal read it on air for you. Let's meet the players in our next match. once I make sure that I put them up, because I doubt myself. Let's meet the players. There you go. You see them right there. Bud the Chud from Christiansburg, Virginia. Last season, 10th in FODL B. Hashtag Charmy. Throwing with the 22-gram target. Martle, Gen 2 darts. Facing off against Barboy. Barboy's first ever foray into the B division. Gotta love that we have a B division match with a first-time B player. We got Bud versus Barboy. It be happening. It be happening. Barboy from Falls Church, Virginia, last season, second in FODL E, earned that automatic promotion here into the B division, throwing the 22-gram Red Dragon Peter Wright Mamba 2. Hashtag bar is open. Love the new photo there from Barboy as well. Looking very summery. Let's throw up the schedule and standings. Obviously, nothing new here, but again, Barboy did win automatic promotion. This is the first time he'll ever be playing in a B contest. You gotta love what our commissioner's done with the standings here. Just everybody could potentially be promoted or relegated. It's all to be determined. But some new faces in FODL B for you this season. Pepe and myself, the criminal, coming down from the A division. Toaster and Barboy coming up. Bud the Chud last season had to defend his right to stay in B. He was able to do so by beating Alpine Strangers, so he remained in this B division. And from head to toe, perhaps the most balanced and competitive division we'll have. So players cannot take anything for granted. Every single point will count. Let's take a look. This is our floating game week. How about we go with our actual game week 1? Game week 1, of course, FODL B division means you need at least a 6 mark, a 2.4 MPR, 24 darter, a 121 throw, and a 60 checkout. And of course, nobody's played yet. That's what we're looking at for bonus points there. Again, no stats for the players because it is the first week of the season. I probably could, go throw up stats from last year. But I didn't. So, deal with it. Let me go ahead and get my scoreboard live here. I love what Dart Connect did with that. It makes it super easy for me to get everything going. There it is. I'll bring back our player audio now as well and get this B match underway. Players, are you guys ready to get some darts flying for the fall 2020 season?
Yeah, absolutely. Doing well.
All right, both of our players are ready. We got Bud the Chud on the left. Barboy is on the right. It's a B division match. That means 8 legs of darts, 2 cricket, 6, 501. Bud the Chud has the darts first. Game on. And he's going to come out with 3 solid 20s. Good start there for Bud the Chud. And looks like 2 19s put in there. As a single 20 and a single 19 there from Bud. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what the hell this little bar is at the bottom of the scoreboard. Don't know. There's 2 more 19s there put in by Barboy. Let me see. I don't know if I do that. There's a nice 5-mark round there from Bud the Chud. Looks like 2 19s, 3 18s as well. I was distracted. I was not paying attention. I apologize to Bud the Chud for the crappy call of that nice 5-mark. Barboy looking for 17s now. He's going to find 2 of them there. And Bud the Chud with a nice 3.3 MPR attacking those wedges. And he's going to find 4 17s. Keeping it going, Bud the Chud. 3.5 MPR right now. He says, hey, Barboy, welcome to FODL B. Barboy going to try to answer back here. Nice 4-mark round in the 16s there for Barboy, but right now in control, Bud the Chud. And, I said his MPR out loud, so maybe that's why he just comes in with the single mark this time. Congra predicting for FODL B an 11-way tie with Crim in last. Thank you. Thank you, Congra. There's 2 16s from Barboy. We got the 11-way tie part for second behind me or something. Bud the Chud struggling on that 16 wedge. Going to find just a single 20 again. So he's leaving the door open here for Barboy. Pits 2 predicting a 4-4 tie, as he always will. He says a 12-way tie in the division. Every match, 4-4 tie. There's 3 nice 16s there for Barboy, so settling in now. Jules Echo says the Barboy flow alert is in there. DJ Mike Hughes was saying that his hair is pretty good for starter flow. 2 20s there from Bud the Chud. What did I say? Lush and Rascal when I was talking about the pod? That was a Freudian slip. There's 2 16s from Barboy. Pepe and Rascal. Sorry, Pepe. I'll just keep throwing shade at you because you're the only person I can beat. There's 5 20s from Bud the Chud. Nice bounce back there to extend the point lead as Barboy was just really starting to get his game going on the 16 wedge. He's staying hot, though. He's going to find 4 more 16s. I love the way his darts go in the board there. Very Phil Taylor-esque. Or maybe like Justin Pipe-ish. Just a single 20 there from Bud, but he still maintains a lead. People talking about the cats and their stuff. I'm just going to ignore all that conversation. Oh, that might be a big miss there from Barboy. And it is. Opens the door for Chud. And he's going to go right down to 16s. He's going to find 2 of them. He decided to stay this time. Don't blame him. Pretty decent point advantage. Let's see if Barboy can stay hot. Well, he's going to find 3 of them. Almost a bad deflection there, but it stayed in the wedge, so that's enough to put him back on top, albeit only by 3 points. Oh, wow. But Bud cannot close the 16s. It's still open. Unbelievable. Bud has probably thrown 11 darts at the 16 wedge and connected twice, and Barboy coming in with punishment. Big punishment. 5-mark round for Barboy. 4 16s and a 20. All of a sudden vaults him back on top. Both players now at a 2.5 MPR. Looks like at least 2, might be 3. It's only 2 for Bud, so not enough to put him back in the lead. It's Barboy now out in front. He's going to close 20s. Wanted the big treble 18, didn't find it, but found a single. So another 3-mark round, though, Bud with 2 wedges open. He's going to pound in some points and miss the 16 again. Unbelievable. 2 17s gives him the lead, but the 16s are still open. Barboy was really dialed in on them earlier. Let's see if he can stay hot. Ooh. Not this time. Just a single 16. Does Bud want to take 3 darts to close? He'll only need 1 this time. There's the close of the 16s finally for Bud the Chud. And then he just goes right next to the treble 15. Pins the treble 2, so it's just 1 and 1. But he does add 17 points to that lead there. Now it's Barboy going right into the 15s. He's going to open up that wedge. That's 3 of them. Good darts from Barboy. But Bud immediately closes it. Bullseye would take it. No, can't find the bullseye. But still closes off 15s. Hits a bull too. And it's on to the bulls now for both players. That looks like 2.
Just 1.
Oh, it's only 1 for Barboy. Bud gonna find a second, it looks like, with that 3rd dart. It is. So Barboy running out of time here. Tough first start the way his darts lie. Yeah, was not able to get it. Just a stray 18. Barboy not able to put pressure on. Bud the Chud needs 1 bull. Might have found it right there. He did. Game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. Comes out and holds the throw. Solid leg by both players there, really, once Barboy got going. Put up a good fight on the 16s, but it was not enough. He'll have the darts here in the second leg of cricket. Game on. Congra wondering where the Charmy is. It's probably too early in the season for the Charmy. Looks like at least 2, maybe 3. Oh, it's 4. 2 double 20s there for Barboy to start off. He's doubling in twice. Wanted to really make sure he was in there. Looks like 3 19s to respond from Bud the Chud.
Got a bit excited there.
Barboy, first time ever leading off a leg in the B division. Amped up. He's got adrenaline. Got some good darts, though, too. 3 nicely grouped into the 19 to close that off before Chud can get any points. That looks like a good dart from Chud there. I think that's 4 18s. It is. Puts him on the board. But Barboy with that extra 20 early on still has a lead. Oh, but he's only able to find 118. Opens the door for punishment now. Bud the Chud. 18's open. That's a nice start. He's going to stay back-to-back 4-mark rounds on that 18 wedge. Puts him with the 70-point advantage now over Barboy. Barboy comes right back on the 20s. Great 5-mark round there for Barboy. 4 20s blaze it. Single 18 as well. Went for the double. Almost found it. But Bud is locked in on this treble 18. Almost had a 9. Looks like 6 of them. Oh, it's only 4. It's only 4. Thought he had a chance for 9 16s there. But Barboy comes right back into the 20s. Finding a treble. It's dangling a bit dangerously, but still 4 more 20s from Barboy. 3.8, 3.4 MPR for both right now. Oh, Bud the Chud, first slip in a while, only 118. Ties up the leg, but not in the lead. Barboy takes the lead with the first dart in the 20. Goes for the 18 to try to close. Big dart here. And he finds it true. 20 and an 18. Good darts from Barboy. Shuts down Bud the Chud's flurry there. But Bud is right back. That looks like 5 17s. And it is. 5 of them for Bud the Chud. Refusing to go away. But Barboy has been locked into the treble. He's going to find a 20 and a 17. So he's going to start working on that wedge. Takes the lead back. Sling City USA says Pitts 2. Kilf says good leg here. Damn. Looks like 2 more 17s there from Bud the Chud. Alki Dart says roll it. Pearsode says go on, Bud. Barboy back up to that 20 wedge. He's going to find 2 more. So enough to give him back the lead. Back to Bud. And it looks like Bud is going to find 2 more in response. So back and forth we go. Still the MPR's high. Nice little point battle. Who will yield first? They're doing a good job of getting at least 2 marks every time, forcing their opponent more. There's another 2 from Barboy. 3 17s this time for Bud the Chud. Pitts 2 says, Gwah! Barboy back to the 20 wedge. Oh boy. Gonna have to navigate around that one. You know, he didn't even want to mess with it. He's going to take just that dangling dart. Went down to 17 and missed, so it's only a single. Was not able to close. But Bud could not close back, only a single 20. So it's still open for Barboy. Found the 20 again and missed on the 17s again. Now, all of a sudden, both players opening the door for their opponent, but neither one able to seize the opportunities so far. And that might be a complete miss from Bud, and it is a miss. Barboy now with the lead has a chance to close off the 17s. He'll do it with 2 great darts. Goes back up for more points. I love that turn there from Barboy. 2 17s to close, 20 to extend the lead, and Bud's got to move again. He's going to find just a single 16 there. Barboy was hot on 16s in the first leg. Yeah, he's going to keep that going. That's a treble. That's a great marker to find a treble 15 too. But he'll take a 5-mark round, treble 16, 2 15s. That is huge at that late stage in the leg. Barboy putting pressure on, but Bud the Chud up to the task. 4 15s. Oh, it's only 2. Wow. Right outside the treble. So Barboy only needs one. He closes it right there. 3 bowls will take it. He'll get a little insurance 15 with the slop. And a bowl. Good round from Barboy. 2 bowls. I'm sorry, 2 15s and a 1 bowl. Bud the Chud looking to get something going here. He's going to find a 20 in there. Maybe 2 20s. Closed it off. But Barboy needs just 2 bowls.
Got it.
He'll do it with the dead center bullseye. Game shot and the leg to Barboy. That thing is squared up. Look at it. Perfectly dead eye center for Barboy at 2.7. MPR for him, and we're level at 1 apiece as we move to 501. Bud the Chud has the darts. Game up. It's going to be a 55 speed limit to start it off for Bud. And Barboy sparing me from the early breakfast with a 41 there. Who's going to be the first player this season to throw a maximum? There's a good darts-related question. Maybe I should have saved it for the breakfast. 78 there from Bud. Off to a good start. Yeah, Congress says deserved split. Yeah, they both played really well in the cricket there. Good showing. An announcement of presence to FODL B. There's another 41 to follow up for Barboy. Well, Bud is staying hot, keeping him straight. I jinxed it as soon as I said that, but still 61 to 65. First 9 now. Barboy repping the American flag. And he'll find a good 60 here on his visit. That is a perfect dart from Bud. Nice ton there from Bud the Chud. Ton 40 would have been even better to set up a finish, but he'll take it. 74 average right now for Bud. 45 only from Barboy, so Bud starting to put some separation between him and Barboy in this leg. Looks like a 43, I think. And it is. Proper math there from Bud to stay on the 20s. Made sure he left a finish. Would be a record-breaking finish if he were to take it. Looks like a 36 there from Barboy. Bud, 164. It was on there for a minute. 98 from Bud to set up a nice 66 chance. We all wanted it. We all wanted it to go. Maybe not Barboy. The rest of us wanted it. There's a 59, I believe, for Barboy. Bud the Chud requires 66. Double 18. Oh, outside for Bud. Had a chance at a really great first leg there, but still, he'll return. Barboy not on a finish yet. And good math from Barboy, 59, so he'll be on a finish now. Bud the Chud, though, requires 36. Double 9. It's a tough switch, but I think he got it in there. He did. Game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud, using every bit of sizzle in that double 9. Tucked it in just above the double 14, and he'll hold his throw in that first leg of 501 with a tidy 24 darter. Barboy has a chance to bounce back now. Game on. Ario27 says he wants to throw heat, and he wants to announce his presence with authority. And we'll get to find out if he does that next. There's a 41 there from Barboy. Congress said who had the most 180s last season. Train and left hand both had 5. And there's a breakfast from Bud the Chud. Single 5, single 20, single 1. And as we do here in the FODL, we always ask you, the viewing audience, a breakfast question. And again, I'm going to ask opinion-related questions. Nobody answered in the chat earlier, which I appreciate. You guys let me save it, so I'm going to use it. Who will be the first player in the FODL to throw a 180 this season? Let me know in the chat. Who do you think? And how about we do a double dip? Who do you think will throw the first, and who do you think will throw the most 180s in the FODL this season? Let me know both answers in the chat. That's your official breakfast question.
Oh my gosh.
There's a 41 there from Barboy, so he's struggling a bit, keeping him consistent. No real low scores mixed in, but pretty much just 40x every time. As Bud might have gone back-to-back breakfast. No, he did find a 45 there. Jules Echo asking if in cast or just overall. Just overall. Doesn't have to be on cast. There's a 45 from Barboy. Congrad did ask if Train had 2-in-1 game. I believe he did last season have 2-in-1. There's a nice 60 from Bud. Cali Kid says he's predicting Bud to sweep 501. Says welcome to B. There looks to be a 60 there from Barboy. Nope, it's just 43 right next door. Another 60 from Bud the Chud as well. So both players pretty steady. Lots of answers rolling into this breakfast question. There's just a 24 from Barboy. Let's see. We got Thai Curry Pizza picking himself. He says Nooch will have the most. There's a 40 from Bud. Alki says Alki will throw the first and Alki will throw the most. Love the confidence. Everyone picking themselves. There's a 41 from Barboy. Cali Kid also going to pick himself. He'll throw one first. He'll throw the most. DeGrub's first player to not pick himself. He will pick the Nooch, he says. There's a 55 from Bud the Chud. Puts him on a nice finish there. Good math. Congra thinks Surge will come out swinging. Will get both the first and the most 180s. 45 there from Barboy. Not quite to a finish yet. Bud requires 160. And it's off. But a nice ton there from Bud to set up the 2-dart combo. Barboy looking to hold pace. It's going to find a 52. It puts a little bit of pressure on, but Bud requires 60. Oh, boy. He's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. Tops he wants. Tops he gets. The first start a bit shaky there, but was able to find tops, and it's a nice 60 finish for Bud. That's the first combination finish of the fall 2020 season. It's a break a throw for Bud the Chud, and he's got the darts now. Game on. Kilf is predicting the first 180 will go to Alpine Stranger, and that the most will go to Nooch. That looks like another nice... Oh, wow, it's just 55. How is it not a ton right next door there? DeGrubs is saying Train and Left Hand, their match is scheduled after Nooch, so he's going deep into the well there. There's a nice 81 from Barboy. First big treble for him, at least early in the leg. See if that gets him going. There's just a 22. Feeling 22, Tay-Tay. Pitts 2 says Chud will throw the first. Cleaner will throw the most. There's some big darts from Barboy. It's a ton 25. Big time shot from Barboy. He's got a 103 first 9 now. Bud's going to follow up with a nice solid ton in there. And now we're playing darts. See if Barboy can keep it going. Oh, yeah, he will. That's at least a ton. It's another ton for Barboy. 102 first 9. Incredible. Just a 58 there. I say just a 58. Bud's off to a good start, too. Let's see what Barboy can do from 195. Oh, he's going to stay hot. That looks like a 127 from Barboy now. Insane darts on the right side of your screen. He's down to 68 after 12. That looks to be a 75 there from Buddy, throwing a great leg, but Barboy just requires 68. He's going to set himself up for double 16 after just 15 darts is Barboy. Great setup game there. Bud the Chud at 191 cannot do anything. That's a nice 91 to set himself up for an even ton. There's some pressure applied. But Barboy, double 16. Double 8. Double 4. Oh, outside for Barboy. Cannot complete the 18 darter. And now Bud can actually steal this leg. Oh, he didn't go tops. Solid 60. Gonna put himself on a double. Barboy, double 4. Oh, no. It's a bust on the first dart for Barboy. Chud looking for double top.
Unreal.
And he's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. What a leg of darts, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 23 darter for Chud. Barboy has a chance for 16, only misses a handful of doubles, and doesn't get a chance to come back. What a leg. Bud the Chud goes up 4-1. Barboy with the darts. Game on. Oh, my goodness. And there's a bounce out to add insult to injury to Barboy. He'll start off with just a 21.
Frickin' rattled.
He says it himself that he's rattled. Oh my gosh. I got to read responses to that. First, there's a 60. Pitts2 says, Kenny punish. Oh my, backbreaking. Kilf says, welcome to FODL B. Ouch, oof, says K-Ball. Congra, that's the highs and lows of darts. There's a 60. Yeah, beautiful darts from Barboy. But Chud, that's the power of having the darts. There's a nice ton. Is just on fire. He's got a 61 average. Some of the best darts we've ever seen from Bud the Chud. Right now, Barboy was throwing perhaps the leg of his life right there. And Bud the Chud just came in and stole it, and he's going to stay hot. Oh, that was the chance for the first maximum. It's a ton 40, though, for Bud the Chud. That first one went in so pure. I thought for sure when he followed it with the second that we were going to see the max. And I was going to go back through to see who picked Chud and congratulate them. But no, it's just a 140. A ton in the first 9 this time for Bud. Another 60 from Barboy throwing solid. But just right now, Bud the Chud pounding the lipstick. A little bit loose with that dart there, perhaps, but it looks like a 30. Oh, it's a 31, actually, so never mind. He wanted to set up the fish. Take it back. Well, Barboy's keeping the darts straight here now. Another 60. That's 4 on the spin for him. Bud the Chud, 170. Oh. It was on there for a minute. He's going to put in another ton 40. He's going to set himself up for 30 after 15. He's on a double after 15 darts now himself. Unbelievable. Might be a breakfast there from Barboy. Bud the Chud requires 30. Oh, right inside. And he's able to do what Lazer Cat could not and bust. He'll be back. Barboy back at 214. Going to try to put some pressure on, though. Oh, wow. What a deflection there. It looks like, unfortunately, only 62. He's on a finish, though. Bud, 30. Inside again. And busts it again. Barboy has a chance now to steal with 152. Oh, I think it's just high. I think it was just high there. It looks like 81 from Barboy. The first art was in there. Bud looking for double 15. Now looking for double 5. Oh, I think he's busted again right next door. He has! Unbelievable! Barboy can steal right back with 71. Oh, he's not able to find the big number, so he's left on 57. Bud, again, 30.
There we go.
This time he finds it. Game shot in the leg to Bud the Chud. That would have been back-to-back heartbreaking losses, but Bud the Chud has instead confirmed himself for victory. How many legs will each player win? That is still up in the air. Bud has the darts. Game on. Looks like a 45 there from Bud the Chud. Pitts 2 was hoping for that Bud 180 so that he could call it. K-Ball says, can't wait to see the first 9 versus the average differential. Thai Curry Pizza says that he's seen some wacky legs here and he loves it. It's 38 there from Barboy. Pearsode says, welcome to FODL D doubling. Kilf mentioning that I had that eye roll ready to go with Barboy. I did. I had it pre-typed out. I was already prepared. 100%. There's an 81 from Bud the Chud. Pearson says, what route will they go? No one knows, but it's always an adventure. And now Jules Echo saying Bud for the first 180 as well. There's another 38 from Barboy. Let's see. Congra says Dilly will have the highest out of the season. That wasn't the question. Please don't ruin future potential breakfast questions. Do you know how many of those we have to ask? You can't be jumping on other potential questions. There's a 30. Kilf says Cleaner will absolutely get at least 180 points in every 501 leg he throws. That's bold, because they assume that he can finish every leg with 3 darts, which we know may not be true. There's a 25 from Bud. Alpine Stranger predicts Slappy to get the first, left-hand hooligan to get the most. He says only left-hand hooligan because he'll have an extra leg every match. That's true. There looks like some good darts there from Barboy. It's a nice 81 for him.
Good God.
As that is just 60. Very close 60, but just a 60. I think that's all the predictions there. Oh, Ario27 came in. He actually had a solid prediction that I appreciate. This is 62 from Barboy. Ario27 says if he doesn't throw one tonight, he's going to pick Crim. Because I play tomorrow, and it's the doubling I can't do, but I can actually score. That's sort of nice. I'm not picking you. There's a nice 85 there from Barboy. To answer my own question, you know, I am going to take a little peeky poo at the schedule to see.
Oh, what are mine doing? Mines are hard.
There's a 7 there from Bud. See if Barboy can get into checkout position here.
Nope.
43. That'll do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tuesday. You know, I'm gonna go. Oh boy, look at that first match. Slinger and Nooch, game week 1. There's a 45. Bud the Chud 140. I'm sorry, Barboy 143. And it's off. There's a 41 from Barboy. Bud the Chud 151. Also off. $41 for him. Let's see what Barboy can do. Big finish chance, 102. Double 11.
Oh,
and he's going to find it! Game shot and the leg to Barboy. A 102 finish. Unorthodox route, but he gets there. 20, treble 20, double 11 for a 102 takeout from Barboy. Incredible finish there. Ton plus out. Welcome to FODL B, sir. He's going to get himself his second leg on the board. And it's now 5-2 Bud the Chud. Barboy already ready to go after that big checkout, 45. Bam, says Pearsode. Pitts 2, wow. Kilf says, well. Pearsode says you don't see that every day. Fireman says, dude, Congra with the amazed faces. Great checkout from Barboy out of nowhere. That leg was not the best leg that these two have thrown. Kind of seemed like a let-off after each of them had those crazy legs coming up. Hard to keep up that standard. Kind of expect an off leg. But that was a great finish, 102. That's, of course, in line for a bonus point that very well could stand. There's an 81 from Bud. I'm going to pick for the first 180. I'm going to pick King Raj. There's a nice ton from Barboy. King Raj plays tomorrow at 9. I like my odds of that one. And for the most of the season, there's a nice 60. I'm going to go... I'm going to go out of the normal realm. I'm going to say Slinger. I'll say Shenandoah Slinger throws the most 180s. Seems to be a maximum hound. That's my prediction. That looks like a 9. 9 times. DeGrub says we need to add a compressor on the Twitch feed. There's a nice ton from Bud. Yeah, I did turn my audio up a little bit earlier. Maybe I turned it up a little bit too much because I was having issues with my audio being quiet. I think that's a 59. Yeah, right outside the good cover shot there from Barboy. DeGrubs asks if Slinger threw a 180 last season. I'm sure he did. There's it's an 84 from Bud. You don't see double twos in the scoring very often. Barboy at 228. Not going to be able to put too much pressure on. That might be another 9 or may even be a 7. Bud requires 131. Oh, it was on there for a minute for Bud. Misses the big number, though. He'll be left on 54. Barboy not on a finish yet. Ario27 says Slinger goes to 19 too much. They threw 4 180s last season. Barboy's struggling a bit here in this leg to get anything going. Looks like just 21 there. Bud the Chud requires 54. Rascal says no, but Barboy not on a finish yet. Can put some pressure on here, though. And that's a good 60 from Barboy, so he'll be on at least to check out Bud, the Rascal. All outside there for Bud. Rascal, very stingy. And Barboy, could he go with another big finish? 128. The answer is no. It's off. $45, though, puts him underneath 100. Chud still looking for 20. Double 10. Now double 5. Oh, outside still. As Barboy looks to steal another leg here, 83 required. He is going to score 43 to put the pressure on Chud. Chud requires 10. He goes inside and busts, in fact. So Barboy has a chance to steal another leg, requires tops. Oh, no. Into the 1 with that first dart. Oh, and then misses into the 16. He's going to set himself up for the Rascal. Bud the Chud still looking for 10. Oh, no. Inside on the second end. The identical bust finding the triple 18 again. Barboy, the Rascal now. Oh, he's going to go next door into double 15. So it's a bust for Barboy. Back to Bud the Chud. Double 5. This time inside in the first. Double 2. No, he will be in the madhouse. Barboy, 20. Oh, no. Looks to have found the 15. And just going to bust it. Probably smart. Bud the Chud requires the Madhouse. That one looks good. Game shot. And the leg to Bud the Chud escapes with a bit of sanity perhaps intact. Finding the Madhouse there. Quite an adventure to get there. Barboy had a couple chances to steal an extra leg, but still a 6-2 win from Bud the Chud here. Barboy had the great finish, had the great checkout. First match in FODL B, not able to do what the Jig was able to and find a victory. We'll go to some post-game interviews now, starting with Barboy. So Barboy, obviously we mentioned it, first time up in FODL B after winning your way through a very deserving FODL C season. What are your anticipations and what are your hopes for your FODL B campaign this season?
Honestly, just not to be relegated. A good 7-8 finish in the rankings would be very happy for me. Honestly, I think tonight was kind of very emblematic of FODL B. Like, we had some phenomenal legs and then some awful legs. So I think that's what we're going to get. There's probably some people that are going to be more consistent, but if I can be middle of the pack, I'll be very happy.
Yeah, I mean, and you showed you have some of the ability there. Obviously, the inconsistency is one thing, but let's talk about that crazy stretch there. You had that leg where you were just, it seemed to be that you were unconscious. Firstly, what is the best leg you've ever thrown? Because I'm sure that had a chance to be it. And secondly, did you start thinking about that as you were getting close to the double there in that leg?
Yeah, so I've thrown a 17-darter before, and obviously that was on pace for something better than that. So yeah, it was absolutely in my head. Like, my palms got really sweaty, and you noticed a couple of those darts there just kind of swooped down because they just kind of fell out of my hand. So it was one of those where, if I get more consistent through the season and can throw, a better set of rounds, that'll be good. But, that was exciting. It was fun.
Yeah, and then you were able to take out a big finish later on, the 102. A little bit unorthodox on the route, perhaps, but you found the treble, and then hit that nice double 11. That has to be one of your best FODL finishes, if not the best one we've ever seen you take out, maybe. But talk about that finish, what was going through your head there.
So that was my best FODL finish ever, definitely. I've, in practice, hit, I think, a couple better than that, but that gave me a bit of confidence to walk away from the match happy. I mean, obviously 6-2 is not what I wanted going in, but I think he threw above his average from last year, at least up until that last split leg. He definitely was. And walking away with maybe a bonus point, I'd say it's an okay debut. Not exactly what I wanted, but I'm happy with it. It was fun, and he threw really well, so good for you, bud.
Yeah, at least 102 gives you a good chance to hold on to it. Well, next week you're going to get to play someone perhaps you're a little bit more familiar with in Cali Kid. He was also barely able to hang on in the B division, so it could be a big, important early season matchup. What are you looking forward to about playing Cali Kid?
I think I got to walk away with a win. Like, if I go another 6-2 type outing in how difficult B is going to be, I think I'm going to be bottom of the barrel. And I'll be making the podcast as the person that is going to be relegated down to on tap. So, looking for a win. I'd even take I guess I can't go 5-4 because you only play 8, but a 6-2 would be really nice.
Well, Barboy, still great showing here in your first chance at FODL B. Some really, really big darts in there. Just got to get that consistency up and maybe work on the math a little more. Barboy, good luck in your FODL B campaign every week except for the one where you play me.
Fair enough.
And let's go over now. Let's go over now to Bud the Chud, Bud with the backwards hat on there. So, Bud, we saw you towards the end of last season. Obviously, you ended up in the relegation danger zone and had to fight for your chance to stay in the B division. You came out pretty hot here in this one. Did you want to make a statement and say, hey, I'm not going to be in that relegation danger zone this time?
Well, I wouldn't call that relegation match a fight as much of a pummeling as it was. No, I mean, B is hard. I say it all the time, and it's now gotten even more difficult, so every leg matters. And I knew I needed to come out and play tough. Barboy is really good. We've played a few times, and every time, I think he's going to beat me or push me to win it. So I just knew I had to throw well. My goal was to throw a 60 average tonight. I'm pissed about a couple of those legs that I gave up. I'm super pissed. But but because I know like what he can do, and I had the chance to shut it down. But I'll take a 53 average. I had just a really bad like 501 leg there at the second to last one. So I know what I can do now. I'm throwing pretty dang well for myself. I'm averaging the 60s. I can do well in this league.
Yeah, I mean, knowing how well you obviously threw for the first, 5-ish legs of the 501 here, and knowing how well you've been practicing in the off season, what are your hopes and what are you looking forward to get out of this FODL B season?
My goal is to place either second or third, and then lose in the playoffs. That's my goal this season. I mean, to be honest, I'd love to win the whole thing. I'd love to win the promotion. I'd love to go into A. I feel like I could. I don't know. I'm not going to say too much because the fact of the matter is I don't know. I couldn't probably do anything in A. So it's fun to be in B. I feel like where the level is at B right now is exactly where I need to be to not like sit at the top, but to push myself. And that's what I need to do right now. I think I'm in the right place.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to be, and you definitely put a hurting on Barboy in his first chance into FODL B to make a nice statement there. Let's talk about that leg where he was going crazy. It looked like he was going to have a chance there for maybe a 15 darter or even better. Then out of nowhere, you steal it. And then the next leg, you did the same thing. And then he almost stole it from you. Just talk about what was happening there. You seemed to get really locked in for a minute, but then did you start thinking when you had the chance to do the great leg?
So that, I mean, that's like, that leg where he was going crazy, that's like kind of how I know Barboy can throw. And so I when I got down to my double, I was like, I have to hit this or it's done. But I think what helps is that the first two legs before that, I don't know if he got even down to the chance to double out or not very much. So, like your first time sitting around those doubles, it's a little shaky when I've already checked out twice before. So I had a little bit more confidence going into the doubles on that leg. But the next leg, I mean, he takes out a 102. What am I going to do? So that's a great out. That's what you got to do. You got to take your chances when you got them. So that was a sweet leg by him to steal it from me. I felt really great that I was able to steal that monster leg from him. And that's what's fun. It's fun. It's fun viewing. It's fun playing.
And next week, you're going to get to have some more fun. You're starting off your season with both FODL C auto bidders. You're going to be facing off against Toaster. So you've already got one marked off on the checklist. What are you looking forward to in that match against Toaster?
Just more competition. These are people that I don't get to play very much, if at all. Like we get to play in some kind of off leagues. But to play in the FODL and play some new fresh blood, it's fun. It's fun to play. Introduce them to B. But at this point, like anybody who comes into B is no slouch. Like the fact that I got this like 6-2 for this batch 6-2 doesn't say anything about the way that Barboy's playing. The dude is good, and if he cleans up his math a little bit, it'll be even better. But so going on against Toaster, he's no slouch. This is going to be tough, and I'm excited for another tough match.
Well, Bud, you got off to the right start in this one. 6-2 victory for you. A couple potential bonus points out there as well. Good luck, gentlemen, to both of you guys the rest of the season.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for casting.
Yeah, great cast.
Good job, buddy.
That's right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we still got merch. Check it out, www.FODLReplay.com/store. Get your merch. Rep the FODL everywhere you go. We got one more match this evening, another FODL B contest. Do not go anywhere. More darts when we return. Darts on Twitch. First online dart league. Thomas, the criminal. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with more Darts Night on Twitch with the FODL First Online Dart League. Again, it's Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal. Two great matches already underway. We saw the Jig in a last leg decider take out Lazer Cat in Jig's FODL A re-debut. Debut 2? I don't know. Maybe we'll think of something cool to call that. Barboy stepped up in his first ever FODL B match. Bud the Chud introduced him to how things can go with a 6-2 win. But Barboy with that beautiful 102 finish to hopefully get himself a bonus point. And we got another first time in a while, anyway, FODL B player. Let's go ahead and meet the players for this next contest. You see him right there, Radar from Atlantic City, New Jersey, last season 7th in FODL B, missing those playoffs with the 22-gram Designer. Patriot X darts hashtag Radar Love. He's facing off against Pepe Lay, 22-gram target. Rob Cross darts for him, Spokane, Washington, 11th in FODL A, hashtag pew pew pew. And yeah, it's another re-debut too for Pepe Lay. Pepe Lay had dropped down to the B division a few seasons ago, earned his way back up to A, was able to hang on, but like myself, was not able to survive the onslaught of what A was last season, and has found himself back in FODL B. We'll have to see how he's throwing. He's been very up and down. Radar last season, towards the second half of the season, really was turning up his level, but unfortunately just barely missed the playoffs, thanks to some heroics from his competitors. So we'll have to see which form from both players we're going to see this evening. Let me put up standings for you. They have been updated. Bud the Chud, of course, with that first match over Barboy, sits on top, 12-4. Barboy in second, everyone else tied for third. We can also see some of the bonus points that were set. What the hell is that? Is that showing up like that for you guys too? Ah, there we go. Some of the bonus points set as well. Barboy had a 2.73 MPR for cricket. Chud had a 23 dart leg. Chud a 140, and Barboy, as I had already mentioned, that 102 finish. So already 4 early bonus points potentially set in this one. Well, no stats for you. So let's get right into our split view. I don't know why Dart Connect goes dark like that if it's not on my screen, but it's new, and I'm going to have to just contend with that. Let me bring back our player audio here. Players! What now? Hold on. My computer is now locking up on me. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. Players, are you guys ready to get your fall season underway in this one?
Let's do it.
Got a slow thumbs up from Pepe. Very enthusiastic. Radar is ready to go as well. We got Radar on the left, Pepe Lay on the right. It's another B division matchup. 8 more legs of darts coming at you, starting with cricket. Radar has the darts first. Game on.
Hey, shoot well, bud.
Hey, you too.
And I'm not sure how long it's been since these two played each other. They both used to be in FODL A. Obviously, Radar's been in FODL B for a couple seasons now.
1.
He's going to start off with 1. But it's been at least probably 3 seasons, I think, since they played.
1.
And 1 from Pepe Lay as well. Both with American flag flights. Oh, never mind. Radar's not throwing American flag flights, just with the Patriot darts.
420s.
And he'll find a nice treble on that third dart there. Blaze it with 420s. Some action there in the chat in between matches. There, Deadhead saying B is going to just be a battle.
Are we sure?
There's a miss there from Pepe. Barboy says FODL B, we can have a chance for a 14 darter and close with 37. That's fair. Very fair. Said it was a great match there from Bud. Good sportsmanship there. Single 19 from Radar here. Pitts 2 says he's been learning the same lesson in A. No one cares if you're about to get a 15, 18, or whatever. You have to close it out or you risk losing the leg. I think that dart is just above the treble for Pepe, so only a single 19 there. That looks like some nice darts from Radar. Treble 19, 2 18s as well. Nice 5-mark round, and he is well out in front on this one right now. Pepe off to a bit of a sluggish start. And just a single 20 maybe, or even perhaps a miss. It was a single 20. Pitstug has a fun fact. It says Pepe Lay's only other time he's ever been in FODL B, which was summer of 2019. He finished first
1-1.
in the regular season. Radar going to close 18s and move on to 17s. Got a pretty steady 2.6. Pepe maybe adjusting to the Aki length in FODL B. They do tend to play regulation down in this division, unlike FODL A where we throw from 4 feet. There is 3 17s for Pepe, so we'll have to see if he has to adjust to that. It's a nice treble there for Radar to close. But that's all, so just the close of 17s, but he's nursing a 59-point advantage and 3 extra wedges right now. Looks like 2 16s there from Pepe, so still trying to get a wedge open. Congra is shocked that Radar not using USA flights. He says Radar must hate America. Pepe is repping them.
No, just one.
There's just a single 16, so chance now for Pepe if he can get something going here. And he's going to find 2. So 2 16s there for Pepe Lay. Is able to get points on the board, put a little bit of pressure on Radar, try to close. Big third dart here. And it is a close from Radar, able to square it up and shut that down from Pepe Lay. So Pepe on to 15s already. Pepe going to find, looks like 2 of them in there. So still chance for Radar to shut it down, but if not, never mind, he will. He's going to find a nice treble 15 there, went right to the bowl for the third dart, did not connect. But Pepe now can only score on the bowl. And he will find it. Looks at least like a single, could be a bullseye snuck in there. No, it is just outside the bullseye ring. And Radar needs 3 bowls. It's hard to tell if that's in there or outside. It is just outside. Radar's board, of course, on the surface of the sun. Extremely bright. As Pepe gonna find another bowl. Stray 17 won't help.
Stray, the only 2 things I have close.
Yeah, unfortunate strays from Pepe.
1.
And Radar does sneak the third in there. But Pepe, if he could start scoring on the bowl, put some pressure on Radar. Well, at least one good miss this time for Pepe. Did find a 20. Radar still looking for 2.
First start.
He's going to do it with the bullseye. Game shot. And the leg to Radar. Love a bullseye-only finish with that first dart just sitting in the bullseye. You don't see it often. Radar going to secure that first leg of cricket. We'll move on to the second one. Pepe with the darts. Game on. Pepe should be excited this season, if for nothing else. The matches are only 8 legs. So that's 9 less legs of darts, or I guess 11 less legs of darts that he's got to play this season as he gives a thumbs up. There's 2 20s for him to start. Radar's in that treble. Actually, he might not be.
That's it.
Yeah, just a treble, so he did sneak it in that corner. I know Radar had bought points in the offseason. I don't think he actually put them in.
Nope.
Here's some better darts from Pepe. That looks like a nice 5-mark round for Pepe there. 5 20s for him. Puts him on the board. Out first. And now it's Radar finding himself behind for the first time.
3 19.
Well, he'll salvage with just a treble again. Congra says his first ever brass darts came with USA flights. Respect. 2 19s there from Pepe, so he's going to put pressure on Radar, trying to close off that wedge. Radar's still going to need at least a couple 19s. He's going to stay for 3, so nice grouping there from Radar, all into the fat part of the wedge. Solid 3-19 round. But Pepe back up at the top of the board, keeping him straight. Oh, it was a big third dart there for Pepe, but he pulls it a bit left. So just the 2 20s. Radar still alive for points here in the 19 wedge.
legs. Just 4.
Oh, it's just 4. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a 6 and we had a 9-mark sweat. It's 4, though, for Radar. So now it's him in the lead. Pepe looking for that treble. Not going to find it. Only 2 single 20s for Pepe. So now Radar with the advantage. Does he try to close? Does he want points? He wants to close. And he's going to stay up there just for 2. So still open for Pepe. Pepe going to respond back with 2 20s of his own. And back into a lead, though a small one. Both players with a pretty good MPR here in this leg. Big third dart now for Radar. Oh, no, and he cannot find a 19. Only needed 1 to take the lead back. Cannot find it. And Pepe now has a chance. Pending what he wants to do, he is going to close off the 19s with that first dart. And he's going to move right on to the clean wedge. Do not blame him at all. So a 19 and an 18 there for Pepe. Congress is asking if the USA is happy to be winning the World Cup of Darts coming up soon. And says we have a better chance than Smith and Cross in England. 3 18s was a treble there for Radar and closed off on the 20s, but not able to get the point lead. And a big third dart there from Pepe. Had missed with the first 2, but found double 18 with that third. Huge shot from Pepe A. And that forces Radar to a new wedge. But pretty good grouping there from Radar. All in the middle of the 17, finds 3 of them. Pepe again with a small lead, but that's a great first dart. And second. Oh, and he had a chance for 9! He had a chance for the huge 17, 16, 15, 9 would have been devastating, but the 6 mark is also massive for Pepe. Puts pressure on Radar, who can only come back with 2 15s there. And now Pepe in the driver's seat potentially. And there's the treble 15. Huge. He's gonna... Looks like he maybe tried to stay for more points.
I didn't realize that was closed. Fail the week.
Just that treble.
Wow.
Radar does come with a good slot 15, so that was a useful miss, but not able to find the bowl. Pepe, he's going to get some points first, it looks like. He's going to try to.
Nope.
Oh my goodness, he can't find any 16s. And Radar still only trails by 10. How does Radar want to play it? He still wants the bowl.
Come on.
Well, he did have a good stray miss again into that 16. There's Pepe going to work. He's going to score while he has the chance. Tacks on 48 points now. Radar still looking for the center. That's a good dart. Oh, it's just the bullseye, though. But still, 2 bowls on the board there for Radar. Now looks like Pepe is satisfied with the lead going to the bowl. Going to come up empty, though, is Pepe. So this leg still far from over. Pepe in the driver's seat here. That might be another bullseye. And it is another bullseye from Radar, so putting a little more pressure on Pepe. He's going to go back for more points. He'll find another 32 to add to his score. So he's forcing Radar to continue to hit the bull. Radar so far been decently up to the task.
Oh, come on.
As apparating darts come in there. So he did find a bullseye again. Not able to find the close of the 16s, though. Pepe wants the bull. And after missing, goes back to 16s for another. So back and forth. Radar trying to come back. Still working on the bull. Another bullseye for Radar. Just needs one more 16.
Let's go.
And he's going to find it! Game shot! And the leg to Radar. A comeback win with the bullseye and 2 16s to take it from nowhere. Radar, a bullseye machine. 3 or 4 down the stretch. Was able to come back from behind and absolutely steal that leg. It's a sweep of cricket for Radar. He'll have the darts now for 501. Game on. Wow, that was just highway robbery. Radar being a bully. Get it? Because of all the bulls. Get it? People talking about the World Cup still. I'm just ignoring it. Got nothing to say. 45 to start for Radar here. So Radar maybe had to take a couple deep breaths, calm himself down. Big early leg win for him there, the way he saw it. It was a nice comeback. There's the 41. Can't really say Pepe did much wrong necessarily there in the end of that leg. Was able to hit, 2 or 3 16s when he went for scoring. And really didn't even have that many chances at the bull. Radar was just constantly hitting a bullseye every visit and just putting massive pressure on. There's an 85 from Radar. Oh, I can't say that out loud. There's a 22 from Pepe.
$140.
Oh, it's a 140 from Radar. I was ready to go with the max button. I was hovering. Just a 140. That looks like some huge darts from Pepe. That might be a 171. Oh, it's a 133. Huge from Pepe. He also right on the wire just above. Back to back. Big shots from both players here.
43.
It's like 43 there from Radar. As Pepe, he's made his typical 19 switch, and so far, working out nicely. That's a nice 79 to follow up the 133. It's a great leg here from both. Radar at 78, Pepe at 69.
$64.
And Radar going to find a 64 there. His darts again apparating for us. And another 79 for Pepe. So both players here on a finish. Radar first, 1-2-4.
Whoa.
It is off.
It's 37.
37 from Radar, so he'll be down underneath 100, averaging 69. Nice. Pepe, 147. It's also off. He's going to put in what looks like a 47, so he'll be on a nice even ton. Radar first, 87.
Second dart.
Oh, and he finds it. Game shot and the leg to Radar. 87 finish. I thought the first start was actually high. It's why I didn't react. But it's a pop for Radar. Takes out 87. Beautiful leg from Radar. Looks like 21 darter maybe, or 20 darter. Radar 3 on the trot to start. Pepe has the darts in this one. There's a nice ton to start from Pepe. Pepe averaged a 67 in that leg and did not get a look at double with a pop from Radar. Yeah, I think it was 20 darter. Looks like a 32 to start there from Radar. Great finish. Pop. And I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that I did a terrible job calling it. Back-to-back tons, by the way, for Pepe here. Oh, that's an 85. But that first start looked above. But it's so bright that I can't really see the last, 2 millimeters of his points. So, especially when they're in a white segment. There's a 1-2-1 now for Radar. So, he is really getting it going. Chatter09 says, wow, great leg, Radar. 81. So, Pepe continuing to stay hot himself. He's switching to 20s and 19s at the right time right now.
41.
So 41 there from Radar, so he's also off to a very good start again. little looser there from Pepe, 28. No breakfast. And looks like 40 from Radar. So both players really coming out hot. Pepe's again into the treble 19 down south. 95 for him there. More beautiful darts from, oh, maybe not. No, 59. Oh, 777. Wow. Right next door. Radar going to look to put himself on a finish. Oh, can't do it. 85. So he'll be just above. Pepe is on a finish, 148. And it's off. It's going to be 40 scored for Pepe. Radar going to try to put pressure on, set himself up nicely. That's a great first start to do so.
Nice. 73.
And 73 from Radar. Pepe with the commanding lead, 108. Can't tell if he found the single or treble 5 there on that second dart. So it was a single, 42 scored, Radar 109. Looks to maybe have left himself on 57. 40. Pepe requires 66. Oh, God, it's a bust for Pepe. Found that treble 15, wanted treble 10, and then hits the 20 by mistake. Radar gets the same chance at 66. Double 18 again.
Oh,
this time not able to go pop on the combination. Pepe, another shot. Tops. Oh, just outside on that wire for Pepe. You can hear it. Not able to find it. Radar 18. Inside first start. Double 4. That looks inside as well, but it is very close. It is inside. Pepe requires tops. Maybe he found double 5s and now double 15. Outside on the double 15. Radar looks for double 2. Madhouse. Bust for Radar. Pepe still alive in this one, trying to get on the board. Double 15. Great marker. Oh, that's gotta be. It's gotta be. No, it's not. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How was that not in there? That was a most perfect wire execution. And it looks like Radar has punished. He does. Game shot and the leg to Radar. I am still speechless that that dart by Pepe was not in. It could not have been thrown better. How it stayed outside, I have no idea. But Radar takes advantage to go up 4-0, and he's got the darts. Game on. Pearso said, how is it not in? Chatter9, wow, that wire. I mean, I agree. Obviously, based on our camera angle, we don't have the greatest look at the double 15 when there's a marker. But, I mean, it had to be. It just had to be. I cannot believe that dart was outside. That was heartbreaking to see. That looks like a 41 there from Pepe. Well, nonetheless, though, Radar continues a hot streak here off to his FODL B campaign in the fall. 4 legs on the spin.
44.
There's a 44 from him this time, and frankly, he's stolen too. Though I don't know if you could necessarily call that last leg a steal. Both players had chances at double, but He stole it in a way. That looks like a breakfast from Pepe. And it is single 5, single 20, single 1. And here in the FODL First Online Dart League, when a breakfast is thrown, we ask an official breakfast question of you, the viewing audience. And like I said, I'm going to do opinions. I'm going to do opinions here. And since we're in FODL B matches here, 2 in a row, I want your opinions in the chat. Who is going to finish first and who is going to finish last in FODL B? Let me know in the chat your opinion, first and last in FODL B. Let me know in the chat. 58 there from Radar. It sounded like Pepe had an answer there. He was breaking up a little bit, so I couldn't quite hear him. But I bet it was funny. He's a funny guy. That Pepe. Looks like a 45 there from Pepe.
Pepe getting last votes.
Okay, there's a vote for Pepe getting last from Pepe. Pits2 says, will Pepe win a leg in FODL B?
Doubtful.
There's a 43 from Radar.
Well, I do play criminal, so I'll win a
I was going to say, I mean, I'm on the schedule. Somebody's going to... I'm not sweeping anybody, let's be honest. It's just a mathematical impossibility that I hit enough doubles required to sweep anyone. It's a 45 from Pepe. Plotting steadily. Both players having a bit of an off leg here. Barboy going with Deadhead first. He's going to just take Pepe's sentiments for last there, as there's a 15 from Radar. Kilf says Toaster first, Madhouse last. Interesting. There's a 33 from Pepe. Oh, Big Man Bearded, there's my buddy. He says first criminal. It's a wise man. Very wise. Perhaps the wisest I've ever met.
Wow.
58 for Radar there. Pearsode says Toaster winning, Cali last. DeGrub says Crim and Toaster, not in that order. There's a nice 99 there from Pepe Le. So he'll be the first one down to a double here in this leg. Radar looking to set himself up. And 42. Well, at least he's on a finish. Pepe requires 117. It's 30 scored for Pepe, but he's under 100 first. Radar 143. And just 25 for Radar. Not putting a lot of pressure on Pepe, who's looking at 87. He's going to score a 23 there. Radar 118 could steal a bonus here. And it's off.
There we go.
That looks like a good last start from Radar. Pepe 64.
There you go.
And he's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to Pepe Le. Pew, pew, pew. Takes out the 64. Very nice use of the anti-marker in a way. Single 16, the second single right next to the double. Used it as a guide perfectly to find the double 16. Very nice 64 combination finish there from Pepe. And he is on the board. Still has a chance to finish square in this match. He's got the darts. Game on. A couple more answers in here. Congra says he refuses to pick last, but he's going to take criminal to finish on top. Look at that. Congra also. Just a very smart man. There's a 60 from Pepe. Kilf said there's no obvious for last. That's really tough. Pits2 also going with the Deadhead first. Kilf says he could see Lush finishing 4th or Lush finishing 12th and wouldn't be surprised. Train says DJ and Pepe in that order. Pits2 now says Pepe first, Radar last. As Pepe takes that leg. There's a nice ton from Pepe. So he's getting it going. Chatter9 says, oh, we still got a chance for the 4-4 tie. Barboy says, Pepe heard everyone saying last and says, no thanks. There's a nice 60 from Radar. Pierceout says, nobody loses in B. You just win less. Aw, that's a nice way of looking at it. I definitely lose, though. There's a 26 from Pepe. Not able to keep that super hot streak going. Now it's Radar's turn to find troubles.
96.
Oh, it's just a 96. Wow, must have been below the treble 20 with that first start, just barely. But still, nice cover shooting from Radar there. Pepe is right next door to a wire of his own, just 47. Nice 84 there from Radar. Good job on the cover shooting again. Both players looking for the treble 19s at this point. Pepe going to find 57. So he'll be hanging right there. Radar starting to get hot the last two visits.
It's 186, right?
Is that a treble 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Radar going to do the good math, leave himself on a finish there. And Pepe going to put himself on a bogey. Radar 167. There's a 45 there from Radar, so he'll be on 122. See if Pepe can get anything going here from 61 or from 166. Looks like a 41, so he'll be in the 120 range as well. Radar first, 122. Couldn't quite tell. It is a 41 there from Radar. Pepe 125. Looks like maybe a 55 put in there from Pepe just above that treble wire once more. Radar looks for 81. Not going to be able to check out here. Does set himself up, though, for tops. Pepe looking for another combo finish. Requires 70. I cannot tell where that second dart landed. Oh, so it must have been two singles. I wasn't sure if he had busted or not. He had a chance for double 17, found double 3. Radar looks for tops. Rascal. Double 5. Nope. Oh, all the way around inside for Radar. 35 scored, leaves him on 5. Pepe looks for the Menser. Clean up now. Double 8. Oh, just inside for Pepe on the cleanup at that double 8. Again, the wire's betraying the man. Radar looks for double 2. He's going to bust it. So Pepe's still alive in this leg now. Looks for double 4.
There you go.
And he's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to Pepe. Lay pew, pew, pew. He says, hey, we can still draw. That's 2 in a row. They call that a streak in some parts of the U.S. Now it's 4-2. All of a sudden, little bit of pressure put to Radar's side for the first time in the match. He'll have the darts here trying to secure a victory. Game on. Pepe doing the interesting math to leave the double 17, but was able to finagle his way to a double nonetheless. Looks like 60 to start there from Radar. Big Man Bearded says his Shenandoah Slinger's his brother. Respect. There's a 41 from Pepe.
That was tribute math to Ukraine.
I do appreciate it. I was very confuzzled. And then I'm like, did he hit treble 18? Is he trying to figure out if that's a bust or not? Looks like maybe a 91 there from Radar. Maybe a 131.
It's just 57.
My scoreboard just being weird. I don't understand what's going on. Something's going on with the DC TV ever since this update. There's a 22 from Pepe. It's like if you don't have it as the top window, it won't update.
Breakfast.
Yeah, it looks like a breakfast from Radar. So if you didn't answer the breakfast question, we asked who you thought would finish first in FODL B and who you thought would finish last in FODL B. If you didn't have a chance to answer, let us know in the chat. Looks like 45 there from Pepe. Congra throwing shade at the brothers.
99.
Looks like a nice 99 there from Radar.
Thank idiot.
And he's not happy about what he left, but still got time to fix it. Meanwhile, Pepe coming in. Those are some big darts. It might be a 171. It is 171 for Pepe Lay. Pew, 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 indeed. Huge darts for Pepe. Massive 171. Radar answers with a 43. But Pepe with the huge score gets him back in this leg. Now it's going to take basically a maximum to secure a bonus point here in FODL B, thanks to that from Pepe. And comes back not as high on the second turn, just 29. But still, beautiful. 171, fill it up. Who had Pepe throwing the first near max? That was essentially a max. Effectively a max. Looks like 70 from Radar. He's on a finish first. And just 40 from Pepe. Got him to a finish, though. Radar, 146.
For fuck's sake.
I think that's just 15 from Radar. Opens the door for Pepe, 153. Double 18. Oh, he had a shot at the 153. He had a dart for double 18. Goes just high, did Pepe. Wow. 117 scored for him. Radar, meanwhile, was 131. He's going to find a 35. Pepe's putting in his 117 there. Radar will put in his 35. Pepe requires 36. I think that's in there. And it is! Game shot in the leg to Pepe. Like, pew, pew, pew! He's fighting back in this one. It's Pepe's turn now for 3 on the spin. A beautiful, beautiful 4 darts from 153 there for Pepe, and he's throwing to level the match at 4. Game on. A 171 and a chance for a 153 finish in that leg for Pepe, showing that, hey, bottom of FODL A is not so bad, guys. You know? You know what I mean? There's an 83 from Pepe to start. Just because we got our butts kicked by a bunch of dudes that average 65, like, maybe y'all should relax. You know what I'm saying? This is normal darts now. This is human darts now.
26.
There's a breakfast from Radar to start. Congra says he would have picked left hand to be the first 171. Now he's picking Pepe to finish on top of B. There's a 45 from Pepe. Barboy said, who said Pepe last? And Congra goes, Pepe did. Meanwhile, Radar fighting the momentum, potentially switching over, as he's got a slow start in this one. 41 from Pepe. The one thing I'll say about both players is, for the most part, they have avoided the really bad throws and kept it in the 40 range. Though perhaps I'm doing a booth jinx there for Radar as he puts in a 9 as soon as I said that. Oh, dart on the floor for Pepe.
Oh, fuck, there you go.
And then, yep, there. That's a real booth jinx. That's a 10. Yep, there it is. There it is. Train says he said Pepe last and now he regrets it. We've made Train regret himself already. The first night of the fall season. There's a 45 from Radar. So still, here it is. I mean, this is FODL B darts for you guys. Radar was looking very hot in the first couple legs, and then all of a sudden momentum switch over to Pepe. And Pepe has looked pretty hot here in these last couple. And at the end of the day, they'll probably have, low to mid 50 averages, and that's pretty much how FODL B is going to go for most players. There's an 85 from Radar. Thai Curry Pizza says both guys need to turn their cameras right side up. It is kind of funny how they have opposite and opposing low dart angles, where it looks like both darts are open like a book that you're reading in your lap. There's an 83 from Pepe, good enough to leave a bogey again. As he chuckles. 59 from Radar. So Pepe, though, in control still of this leg. He'll put in a 45, so he'll be sitting on the 1-2-3. Barboy says he might lose the rest of his legs just so his average finish is 102. Oh, Takery Pizza says, and because both boards are out. I see what you did there. Looks like a 45 from Radar, so it'll still be above 200. Pepe, 123. And it's off. Leave himself on 98 there. Radar 202. See if he can get back in this leg, put some pressure on. It's a good start.
Oh, my God.
It's like an 82. Oh, it's just 42 from Radar. Pepe, 98. He left on 54, Radar 160. Might be 80 there from Radar. Oh, it's only 40. It's a single 20. Pepe 54. He needs tops. Rascal.
There you go.
And he's going to find it. Rascal says yes. Game shot and the leg to Pepe laid. Pew, pew, pew. And the sarcastic commenters get proven wrong, as there it is. Radar takes the first 4. Pepe says 4 on the trot for me, please, too. And it's a 4-4 contest after all of that. The chat now going insane, eating all of the crow imaginable. Wow, oh my God. LOL, wow, geez. People going insane as Pepe with a great comeback there. Played solid darts over the second half of that one. Radar's dropped his camera, so we'll go to Pepe Lay first. Pepe, obviously, first chance down here in FODL B in a while. Anyway, coming down from FODL A. As I've asked everybody else who's been new to a division, what are you looking forward to getting out of this FODL B season?
Really, it's such an adjustment period. Even this, I didn't know. We tied, so do I talk first? Does he talk first? I don't know what to do with my hands. And then really, like, you saw that I kind of struggled coming out of the gates, and I mean, I had to remind myself I'm not in FODL A. The match kept going after 9 darts. So I was really confused. I usually used to the other guy averaging 97 and coming out with about 5-6 marks. So yeah, I don't know. Radar threw really, really good. That cricket steal he took from me hurt a lot. That one stung, and then came out of the gates well in 5:01. That first leg he had, and then I thought I was in for it, but then he kind of cooled off a little bit, gave me some chances, and then was able to throw a little better.
Yeah, I mean, the steal of cricket seemed to kind of shift momentum to his side. Obviously, then he also came out there in 5:01 and was extremely hot the first couple legs. But then it seemed like kind of the classic Pepe. Every time someone starts to count out Pepe, he just kind of keeps doing his thing, plodding along. As much as you say you get down on yourself, you seem just to kind of stay relatively steady, and all of a sudden you wake up with 4 leg wins. What was going on there in your head? Like, were you expecting that? Did you start to really think, you know what, I can still win, these legs, I'm in these legs, I just haven't got a win yet? What was going on, and how were you able to pull through?
No, I mean, a lot of it is like just trying to figure out how to throw darts where I'm wanting them to go. So it's kind of really prepared me for, it doesn't matter whether you throw good or bad, you're going to get the shit kicked out of you. So just keep throwing the darts at the board. You have to. It's the rules. So yeah, he was throwing well, and I just kind of kept plugging away, and then really seemed to find a rhythm down on the 19s and hit that 171, and then from there kind of started finding everything. And then other than one of the legs that I think 2 of the legs that I couldn't check out for my life, I closed really well in those last 3 or 4 legs. So yeah, some things to be positive, and we talked about it. We have no idea who's going to be top and bottom in B, and so you just got to take legs. Losing 7-1, 6-2 would have really put me off on the wrong foot. So at least treading water, and that's what you got to do in B. You just keep treading water.
Well, that was a great mentality, and yeah, you certainly did that. I mean, 171 finish is very, very possible to take a bonus point there, so you got that as well going for you. Next week, you get to face off against Madhouse. I think this will be the first time you guys have played in an official FODL match. You may have faced off in one of the side contests, but what are you looking forward to about playing Madhouse?
I'm not even really sure. I can't focus. I mean, I'm just staring at Rob's calf, and God, it's beautiful. It's sexy white.
I went to adjust my camera, and my cell phone holder on the mount snapped off, so I can't put it back on. So I'm just holding.
That's
it.
Okay. I was enjoying it. That's oh yeah. Look at that flex. There you go. That's what made me do scare raises. Yeah, hopefully I can have as much fun. Pac-12 football. You never know what's going to happen after dark, other than I'm going to probably throw pretty shitty.
Well, Pepe, you were able to scratch out in the most Pepe fashion perhaps of all time, a 4-4 draw in this one, so you're not off on that wrong foot. As you said, should be right in the thick of it, as we expect in FODL B. Great start from you, Pepe. Congratulations on the 171, and a good fight to level up the match at the end of the day.
Hey, thanks, and great stuff tonight, and Rob, appreciate it, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, man, nice throwing.
And we'll go over to Radar. Radar, just so you know, you're sideways right now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you can just go.
I don't know.
You can go tall ways. That should be.
What's happening.
That should be fine. You can just.
Oh, it could bounce me out of the call. That might help.
Okay. There you go.
How about that?
There you go. Now you're correct. Now I just gotta find you. Where'd you go? Here you are. All right, so Radar, kind of the opposite for you. You came out hot. Pepe threw a pretty good second leg of cricket there, but you were able to ultimately steal it. What happened, though, halfway through the match? It seemed like all of a sudden he just kind of stole that one leg, and then the tide turned, and then he was just kind of running from there.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've had a 4-4 tie feel so much like a loss since I played Rascal last season when I missed 37 doubles. So I feel awful after that match, even though it's just a quote-unquote a tie. To go up 4-0 and then not come out with a win. But I mean, credit to him. He did play well the second half of the match, and I played like absolute dog shit the second half of the match after coming out. And really, after that first leg of 501, I didn't throw another good one. So that's on me for not being able to continue to throw. I don't know what happened, as per usual. I came in feeling pretty good. Warm-ups went pretty good, and then that trash happened. So I couldn't score anymore. I mean, there was that one leg, I didn't hit a treble until I hit a treble with my 30th dart to set up 32 when he took it out before I even got a shot at doubles. So that's not going to cut it, even though the averages look okay at like 50 and a half. I mean, it's trash. That's absolute garbage for how much out in front I got, and I feel like I played one of the worst matches I've played in about 5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough because it looked like everything was just locked in, and then all of a sudden it just kind of started to go the other way. Like Pepe kind of got the one leg, and it was like, haha, like Pepe got one. But I mean, Pepe's mentality is always to keep fighting, to keep staying, to keep grinding. Obviously, you've casted him, you've seen him play, you have to know that. Do you think you started to press a little bit in the second half of the match after he started to get a couple, and did that cause maybe a little bit more of the darts to just barely miss?
It wasn't anything that he was doing. It was me just trying to get anything going, and I couldn't. I mean, how many times did you call something where you thought it was an 80-something or a 90-something, but every time that fucking dart was just low or just high? I couldn't find a treble, and every time I missed it, I seemed to block it for myself and have to move around. And with our skill level, moving around it's not beneficial for us to score because we're not that good to constantly change our target line. So every time the first dart was, buried just below that treble 20 and I'm having to move to 19s, I don't know. I threw like shit, and that's pretty much, there's nothing else really to say. It was not a very good performance by me, especially to go up 4-0 and then come out with a tie. I feel absolutely awful. I feel like I gave a bunch away. Even some of the legs that we were both coming down the stretch, we both missed a bunch of doubles, so I feel like I left a bunch of opportunities out there, and I'm not happy about it, especially since everybody continues to count me out in FODL B. But I mean, if I play like this, then they have reason to, because that's absolute dog shit.
Well, next week you're going to get another chance to face off against a former A player in DJ Mike Hughes. Another one similar mentality to Pepe. Maybe he's out, maybe he's in, maybe we don't know. What are you looking forward to, or what are you expecting out of that match?
7-1.